What up, what up? Welcome to Mr. Brown's class where there's no whining and no complaining. Today we're talking about functions. And functions are something that you're going to have to deal with for a long time after this, right? Before today, we would have one answer for a problem, okay? So if we had like something like 20 equals 4x, all right, well, the answer would be we divide by 4 and we get 5 equals x, and we get one answer. Well, with functions, right, we're going to have an infinite number of answers. Because, all right, we're going to have more than one variable. 4x equals 20. We're going to have y equals 4x. Okay? Now, why I have this terrible drawing here of kind of a old factory kind of machine is because functions work kind of like a factory, right? You have an input where I'm going to input a number, okay? And this is going to be our x, okay? Our x is our input, right? And we have some rule. In this case, it's 4 times x. Okay, our rule is, let's do a different color. Our rule is y equals 4x. And then we get our output, which is going to be our y. Okay, so we have our input, which is x, and we have our output, which is y. And it goes through this formula here, this function rule. And it's what it's called. Okay, and there's ton of different answers, and we use a function table to work this out. So if we have, what we do is, all right, we make a table, x on the left, all right, always x on the left, all right. Now we can put in any number in for x because it's our input. We can put anything into this machine, and it's going to give us an output. And over here we have the y, or the output. All right. Now, so we could use any numbers, but let's use numbers that we can easily graph. So let's start with 0. All right. So we pick any number. I'm going to pick 0. All right. We want to make it easier on ourselves. And our rule here, we put a rule here in the middle, y equals 4x. And since x equals 0, and we just chose that, all right, 4 times 0 equals 0. All right, now we can choose another number. We could choose anything, but let's keep it easy again. All right, so 4, and we put 1 in for x, so we're going to multiply 4 times 1, and we get 4. Now we go with 2. All right, we put in 2 for x, so 4 times 2, and we get 8. Now they gave us this equation here, all right, but I can give any numbers, but I have to get, these are what the answers are, but they're infinite. Now you could probably figure out the next one if it's 3, because look what happens is this goes up by 1, this goes up by 1, all right, and 1. What does this go up by? This goes up by 4. So what's the next one going to be? Well, 12, right? And this number we're going to come back to later. That's going to be our slope, all right? For every 1, it goes up by 4, all right? But we don't need to worry about that now. Now, we have an x and y. We're used to these x and y's being coordinates, right? So we have coordinates x, comma, y, right? First number is x, tells us side to side. Second number is y, tells us up and down. All right, so we have 0, 0. We have 1, 4. We have 2, 8. All right, so let's go ahead and graph this. All right, so 0, 0. Then we have 1, 4, 2, 8. Okay, 312 would be up here. Now we could even go negative. So if I put negative 1 in here, right, 4 times a negative 1, all right, is a negative 4. And so we would have negative 1, negative 4 down here. Okay, and this line goes on forever. If I drew it straight, okay, it goes on forever, okay, in all the possibilities. So if I put 100 here, 4 times 100 is 400. Now that would be way off the page here, okay, but it would still be on this line if we continue this line forever, okay? So that's a function rule. Now, this one, because it goes through 0, 0, is called proportional. Okay, so any of these that go through 0, 0 is called proportional. We'll look at ones that are non-proportional. It does not make it right or wrong, okay? It makes it easier if it's proportional, right? But because, look, everything divides down to 4 divided by 1 is 4, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? 16 divided by 4 is, all right? They're all divided by 4. That's why it's proportional, okay? It stays in proportion. So let's say that they give us this function rule, okay? Y equals x plus 2, all right? So, and we need to graph it. They always will want us to graph it. So we make a function table. We put x on the left. We put the rule on the inside. All right, and then over here the y, which is our output. And again, we could choose any, so let's choose negative 2 here. All right, so we put in that for x. X equals that, so negative 2 plus 2. What does negative 2 plus 2 equal? It equals 0. All right, let's put negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2. All right, that equals what? 1. All right, then we put 0 in. 0 plus 2 equals 2. All right, and then one last one. Let's put 1 in. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Now look at this. As this is going up by 1, this is going up by what? 1. Okay? So the slope, we'll figure out that is 1 later on. So let's go ahead and graph this. Okay, so let's do the coordinates. Negative 2, 0. All right? So negative 2, 0 is right here. All right? Then we have negative 1, 1. We have 0, 2. And we have 1, 3. Okay, and that is our line, and it goes on forever in both directions. Okay, this is our x, this is our y, and we graph it that way. All right, so not very difficult because you get to choose what goes in here. You just have to make sure that you get the right output, right, by putting it in for x and just figuring it out. Okay, by using the rule. This is the rule. Okay, so not very difficult. Remember, everybody, be more awesome and have a great night.